So I'm really bad at packing. I overpack a lot and I don't really need everything. So I'm just gonna go through my bag. Oh, by the way, so I have like a Patreon thing and I do like vlogs and shit. And I did buy some like souvenirs and shit. I just came back from Seattle. I did a Chris Hero seminar on Friday.
Oh, cool.
And like, there is some stuff I need out of my bags, like some paperwork shit. But I just shoved everything in there, so I was like, oh, this would be a fun video for anyone on my Patreon to be like, oh. And the funny thing is, me explaining to you is also me explaining to them what the fuck this video is.
There you go, that works.
You said your name's Dylan, right?
Dylan, yeah.
Pleasure to actually meet you. I saw the name pop up in the chat, I was like, I don't think I've met this person yet.
Yeah, I've seen your name too.
So toiletry bags on the outside, little foam thing. I fucking got a sore throat last week because of the weather, so I had some hauls. Are you a fan of Taco Bell, Dylan?
Oh yeah.
So I got Taco Bell in the States, and they don't just have mild and like hot sauce, they also have like Diablo sauce.
Okay.
So half of my toiletry bags is Taco Bell hot sauces. You know, ruin the teeth and then clean them.
Exactly.
My wallet and my carry-on bag, because I didn't want to be uncomfortable. I have my knee braces, underwear. I did not take a shower on the trip. Deodorant and a pair of socks. I did use the deodorant because I didn't take a shower on the trip. Jeans. I did wear the jeans because it's formal attire. Training shoes. I didn't really do any training, but I had the shoes ready. Charger for my camera, which I'm using right now, and my other devices. I use the wolf mask to keep everything contained and not squish the mask. I put stuff around it, but I also throw in like my spare shirts and such in here. So I gotta figure out what's clean and what's not clean. Shorts are alright. I think I wore the gray shirt. So the blue's good. This is good. The mask is a mask. That's a souvenir. That's a souvenir. Souvenir. I bought a lot of shirts. This shirt was clean. Souvenir. That shirt's dirty. I put all my wrestling gear in one little control bag, so I got about 4 singlets and 3 pairs of underwear in here. I do wear 3 pairs of underwear under my singlet. This is half a souvenir, but I know it's in that bag. I was reading Deep Work by Cal Newport. I got notebooks, file folders, which is what I needed out of this bag. Souvenir. More file folders. This is why I opened up the bag. Ruler and a deck of cards. Cool. So, souvenir 1 from Seattle Shirt Company. Had a shirt for the original Starbucks. Cool. I only knew 2 things about Seattle. Kurt Cobain shot himself, and the original Starbucks, and the gum wall. Those, I knew 3 things. I went to 3 of those. I got my mom a random purple Seattle shirt. I didn't know how marketed Seattle is for Bigfoot. A lot of my shit is Bigfoot items, so I got the girlfriend a shirt also. But, so I told you, Kurt Cobain, gum wall, Starbucks. Yeah. So the gum wall's around the corner from the Starbucks, but there's so much Bigfoot shit, and I thought this shirt was cool. That's Bigfoot walking by the gum wall. And I thought the gum wall was like this wall just filled with gum. It is an alleyway filled with gum that's maybe like a 50-foot alleyway, and the gum is like, I think there's some depictions in here of, like, you can see that the gum's like dripping down and shit like that. Yeah. Old ass gum looking like that. I think Darby Allin liked that wall. On brand, right? On brand, yeah. And I said they marketed Bigfoot. So I got a little Bigfoot sign.
Oh, that's cool.
Because it's a little like ambiguous that it's Bigfoot and that just says Sasquatch country. There's no real outlines of Seattle in this. In this at least. Because in my fucking bag fuck is this paperwork? Oh, car rental paperwork. I was like, oh shit, did I get kicked out of the US? I didn't even know. It's like surprise you go through your luggage afterwards and TSA just slid something here like you're never allowed in again. But you either find the note or you find out next time you go in the country.
Exactly.
What you didn't find our hide and seek fine. But wrapped up into here, I'm a mug guy. I like mugs. I think everyone can appreciate a mug. They either have 1 or 200. There's rarely any in between, and if you have in between, it's because you want 200.
Right.
And I'm not a shot glass guy, but once again, Bigfoot. So, the first one. Oh, they wrapped this up like a motherfucker. Bigfoot Crossing, Washington. Now, if they had that street sign, I might have gotten that, and I figured out, like, this doesn't fit in my bag.
Yeah.
And then, Bigfoot Country, Washington, with like the old Bigfoot drawing on it. The thing about it though is there was a mug version of this because on the back there's a full fucking note. I'm not gonna read the whole thing, but it's a cool little thing. I'm gonna leave it out if you do want to just like read it afterwards.
Oh yeah, I'll take a look.
Because I was gonna get that mug because I was like, oh, it has a bunch of writing on it, it's nice and cool. But then I got this one instead, which is in similar vein, but there wasn't a shot glass version of it. To where it has like the other version of the old Bigfoot drawing, him satired in the woods, and then a whole different legend to where this has the legend of it, and this has, well, they both say legend of Bigfoot, but two different tellings. One's a little more Aboriginal based, and one's more like Peterson Grimmel film.
Okay.
So like this was a mug version, and I saw the shot glass version. I was like, well, I guess I'm getting that. And I didn't want any Bigfoot items, but even less than Bigfoot items, I didn't want. Do you know what Funko Pops are?
Oh yeah.
So in Everett, Washington, where the seminar is, there's the Funko headquarters.
Oh, okay.
I did not want to fucking go in there. Clay Wilson kept saying, oh, you can build your own Funko, you can do that. I'm like, okay, cool. I didn't want to go in there because like, I have an addictive personality, and instead of like having a problem and then going to recovery for it, I acknowledge it and then stay away.
Yeah.
Like I'm the alcoholic that won't go to the bar. If I go to the bar, I'm going to go to the AA meetings. I'd rather not go to both. I'll stay home. Funko Pops, casinos, a lot of things will ride into that. Luckily, I do not have the financial funds to control the addictions that I want. But toys, apparently. Firstly, pencil case, a couple magazines. By the way, reading about like the cover of this magazine, The Happy Face Killer, takes place in Oregon/Washington. I'm realizing that on the flight over. I'm like, there's a lot more serial killer shit out here. Ooh, should I try to get killed by a serial killer? Should I find one? Should I become one? I was very conflicted. But I was like, fuck, we're in the Northeast, or the Northwest. My charger, which one I want? Passport, need that eventually. And I was reading this little Make Your Bed by a retired admiral from the Navy. Really fun little book chapters, but, so, I hate myself for this. I look at my like 80 Funko Pops and I want to get those down to 8. So firstly, are you a fan of The Office at all?
Oh yeah.
So, young Michael Scott?
That's awesome.
That's not the only Office Pop. There's also, so I get called a certain Office character from my circle of friends and Ontario Indian community, so I got the Creed Funko Pop version. People have to, like, a lot of people know what I'm doing, but even though they know everything they think they know what I'm doing stuff that they don't know I'm doing about. Like, I shared the Chris Hero seminar a month and a half ago, and I found out from other people that, like, they didn't think I was just sharing it, because I have West Coast friends. They're like, Brendan's trying to figure out a way out there. And they weren't wrong. And then, did you watch Seinfeld at all?
A little bit.
So there's a George Costanza holistic healer episode to where he's got the magnetic triangle and he turned purple. I at least bought like non-average pops so that if I want to sell them, I can sell them.
Yeah.
Like the fucking reusable bag in Ontario, everything's like reusable now. This was free with it. Dude, you go to a McDonald's, you get an iced coffee, and you get handed a plastic straw. Like, you care one way or the other about the fucking environment, but like having not access to that for so long, oh man, I'm like, oh fuck, it's not going soggy. I left it in my cup for an hour, it was still there. Like, it was amazing.
Right.
And then one of the little gimmicks on the Funko Pops is anytime it includes like a smaller version, I'm like, it's it's like a 2-in-1 figure. So I got like a Spyro that included like the little Sparks Firefly. I got a whole bunch. I got a Agent J from the original Men in Black because it came with a pug. So I got Sully from Monsters Inc. with a little boo.
That's awesome.
And I actually created a magic trick around the Monsters Inc. DVD. And then lastly, because so I had Creed and Sully. I was debating on George, I was debating on Michael. But then I saw a sign that said, oh, if you buy $60, you get a free Funko Pop. So of course my mind goes, no matter what, that's a free pop, and I don't give a fuck about that, so that's a pop I'm selling. I'm trying to recruit my money. So it's like an Avatar The Last Airbender, which I know is at least popular, so it's like, okay, cool. I hope it's worth something at least. But yeah, that's unpacking of my bags. This is when I find out it wasn't recording. That did happen to me the other day.